Well, hello everybody. It's been an eternity, hasn't it? I'm really sorry. I was trying to do the best I could do, and I think the best I could do was just sit there most of the time. However, today I have made it into my craft room. Christmas is all packed away, and I think, in a sense, Christmas was... There was so much of it. It was everywhere in my room, and the desk was everywhere was a mess, and I just couldn't cope with it really. So Christmas is gone. So yeah, for this year, for 2024, no more Christmas. I just wanted to get back to my normal Timmy stuff and normal grunge really. I have made 3 Christmas journals, so that's not too bad. For me, that's pretty good. So this is what I made today. I had no inspiration from it. I hadn't even looked on Pinterest. It just came out of my head. And I quite like it really. It's just a pocket with a tag in. And this paper is from this, which is Worn Wallpaper. It's a Halloween collection, and often I find Tim's Halloween papers are more interesting than the other releases that he does. And this one, actually it's a really old one, 2019, my goodness. I've been sitting on this since, not literally, since 2019, and there's still quite a lot of it left. I mean, that's a gorgeous one, isn't it? However, I selected, for that one, I selected the blue, and then I dibby-dobbied it into some ink. And, well, I'm going to do a similar thing now, obviously with different colour. So let's have a look and let's get started. Let's leave that somewhere where I can see it so I know what's going on. So I selected this one, this colour. It's fairly neutral, it's very neutral, in fact. And I'm not going to dibby-dab on it because I think it's got enough pattern going on anyway. As I'm saying that, I'm thinking dibby-dab, dibby-dab, do it. I've cut it to size and I've zigzagged around it, and I am aware that I promised Jen, I think it was, that I would show how I did the zigzag. But that's not going to happen today because we have to set the camera up somewhere else, blah, blah. Shall I to dibby-dab or not to dibby-dab? That is a question. I think I will, but I think I will use, for the blue one I used Gathered Twigs, which is quite dark. For this I'm going to use Vintage Photo because this is quite orangey. So I've got my big messy mat out. So let's just put some Vintage Photo down on there. Put some water down. And let's just go for it, see what happens. Oh, I quite like that actually. Yeah, that is quite nice. Yeah, I like that. I'm glad we did that. I just need some more down here. Could do with some more actual drops rather than just the solid colour that I've got here. So let's actually dibby-dab like that, and then you get drops. That's probably about as good as I'm going to get really. This paper is, as you can see, it's thin. I probably like this bit better than this bit, so I'm going to use it this way up. Let's just wipe that up. Dry that off. I'll just dry it off camera. That's all I'm going to do is dry it. Okay, so that's basically dry. I would recommend if you're going dibby-dabbying to do it before you do any stitching, because the thickness of the stitch stops it getting right down into the ink. But never mind, that's okay. And this did dry quite a lot lighter, actually. So I might turn, it's just that this is where I've started and stopped stitching. And I'd like that to be at the bottom, really. So, next thing to do is to make the pocket. Now look this piece out. It's a piece of Tim Holtz Layers, so it's very thick and it was very shiny. But I took my sanding thing to it and knocked it back a good lot. So I'm just going to ink around that and just check that I'm happy with how that looks once it's inked. Taken the ink nicely now that it's been sanded anyway. Honestly, investing in, well, it's not much of an investment if you buy it from Temu. I mean, most of us have got spare some ones of these, and these, I think I got 50 sanding discs for. I can't remember how much, but it was really, really inexpensive. Or if you want, Tim Holtz does them as well, but then they are more expensive. So that's going to be part of our pocket. And I also want to have a big number. And I'm going to use Craft for that, Craft card. And I'm going to use my stamp platform because I don't trust myself to get this right first time. And I'm learning the joys of of this thing, whatever it's called, stamp platform. Yeah, that's it. So I've got these big numbers and I don't know what number to use, which number to use. How about 4? 4 seems like a good number. And where is, here he is. A little Gingy, still got his Gingy attire on, still thinks it's Christmas, which of course it is really. And I'm going to use VersaFine Clair in Fallen Leaves, which is a brown colour. What am I doing? This is madness. I'm going to use my stamp platform. What a silly Billy. Oh my goodness me. Let's wipe that off there then. Yeah, you can tell I haven't crafted for a while, but you know, hey ho, eh? So I don't want it centred on there, that's too big a piece. I want it about there. Oh dear, that's chuckle worthy. There we are, ink it up. This time I am going to stamp it. Give it a good purposeful press down. Ooh, that's nice. I don't need any more, I don't think. Perfect. There's not really any ink left on that. Lovely. So let's put those away. I really, really, really want to keep my room tidy-ish. It really wasn't helping my health and temper to know that my room was just such a mess. I had so many papers, I mean most of which I didn't even touch this year. And still, you know, they've got packed up and they're put away, and next year they'll come out and I'll be all excited to see them. And so it goes round and round. Okay, I think that's me finished with this for the moment, but it's only there just at my left hand, so I can get it whenever. So let's chop that number out. I'm being guided by that ridge in the finger plate. I'm going just under there. And same with this one. Not sure that was exactly straight, but Same with this one. And the top one. So that's it. Are you straight? Let's have a look at you, see if you're straight. Yeah, I think it is. Brilliant. Okay, so that's going to be the top of our pocket. This is going to go sort of there. I need something in here and something in here. Otherwise I haven't got much of a pocket, have I really, at all. I did look at this Timmy backdrop paper because I think it goes quite nicely with that. And I also looked at all of the collage strips in this sort of colour because I want to put something down there. Nothing there really grabbing me. What have we got here? These are the smaller ones, obviously. Quite like that alphabet one. Don't know yet. But I do know that I can make this piece. I can get this piece ready. So I'd like it to come up like that. Need to do the edges on this because it's not standing out very much at the moment. I want it to be just inside the edge of the pocket to there, and I want it to be just less than that number, so about there. Okay, so let's chop that out. On the blue one I actually stamped an image, but this is much the same idea. Ooh, that doesn't look straight. That's straight. Yeah, I think it is. I think my eyes are not seeing straight today. Oh well, won't be the first time with it. So I want to put that piece there. Might be a little bit long, maybe not. That piece there. It's all a bit matchy-matchy, isn't it? But I think it'll be alright. And then just something here. Maybe that piece. I quite like that piece, but I've got no black anyway. Let's not get silly. The flowers? Yeah, the flowers. Let's use the flowers. Who says we can't use the flowers? Nobody. Nobody said that. Let's just chop them off. There we go. So they are going to go in there like that. Alright, now the only other thing I need for this kind of composition is, yes, obviously to distress everything, but I want some little curator snippets and I want them in the right colour, i.e. the craft colour. So I'm going to get my curator stamp set out, which I'm hoping is here somewhere. But of course it isn't because I've already used it today. Here it is. And piece of craft, this will do, and just, yeah, these top 5 here, and I'm going to do them in the brown, in the fallen leaves. just press them on that way, which I think will be fine. Yeah, perfect. Look at that. That's just a perfect job. Way. And after I've finished doing this, I'm going to tidy up so I don't have to come into a mess tomorrow, because it just stops my creativity dead. I wonder where my white-handled scissors are. Here they are. So let's cut out, what do we need in all? Maybe 3. So I'm going to cut each one out individually because they kind of are a different size, some of them. These came out really clearly. Really clearly. Clearly that's the way to go. I mean, I don't need very many, so I could have done the whole sheet, but this is working for me today. And I think I only need 3. There we go. But I will leave those because they're nice. Right, so let's get on with distressing the edges of these and making our pocket. So this, I'm going to actually distress around it with my distressing tool, just to give it a really nice distressed look. And it's craft, which does actually distress well. Well, different crafts distress differently, it's fair to say that. So I hope everybody's doing okay. Hope everybody's all set for Christmas if you celebrate Christmas. I know it's a really busy time, busy family time of year for a lot of you, but not all of you. So that's all right. This just needs inking around, and as does that. Okay, right, let's do that then. Let's just ink around here. And then it should hopefully set it apart from the background, I'm hoping. Might be a bit similar, but might be all right. So it's going there. That's going there, then this needs inked around. I want to ink all those little bits I've distressed. So I'm kind of pushing it straight on towards it, not at an angle like I normally would. It's kind of straight on. Okay, so that looks nice. Right, so I need also to distress my 2 little ones that are going to go on here. Sometimes with these little ones it's easier to do it with little sharp scissors. Just where the V is of the sharp scissors. Watch yourself though, because if your scissors are sharp you're quite close to it, so just take care. They don't want to work very well. Let's try another pair. It's dark so early these days. It's 4:30 and, you know, I've had the light on in here for hours now. I don't know, I can't do that today. It's not having it. I think I've got used to using this one. I've forgotten how to do it with scissors anymore. But that's fine. That's working nicely. Lovely. Let's just ink around there then. So this ultimately will end up going in the September Snacks journal. Remember that from way back? Well, September, so that's 3 months ago, where I did a daily, every day, for the whole of September, and I still didn't finish the journal. And that was my fault because I made the journal humongous. Right, what I want to do is go and stitch around that. I've got black thread in my machine, so it should stand out nicely, and I'll be straight back as soon as I've done it. Okie dokie, that's that one sewn around. Let's just snip off some of the ends. There we are. We'll leave little ends, but not big ends. No. So let's get some sticking done. I want that to come in just a little bit and be quite, yeah, about there. All right. So let's just flip that over, make a mark there, and I want to glue up here. Oh, my desk's a mess already. What's going on? I put new paper over my board and everything, and now all you can see is my really filthy, messy mat, which is messy. It's living up to its name. So that's going there and that's going there. Let's just get that in the right place along that line that we drew. Lovely. So that's that stuck down. Then that's going to go there like that. So this needs to go like that. So I'm just going to draw a line on the back of that. Then this bit here, that's not very straight, needs to get glued. Just not going to stick that all the way down, just want to make sure it's straight. Yeah, I think that's straight. I think so. And then this, our focal point, is going on there. So let's glue that. It's just this bottom little corner here that I don't want to glue. I want to glue all the rest of it. Make sure you glue over the stitching because that bit's always resistant to glue. I don't know why, just is. It's going to go there. Lovely. I like it. I don't want to glue there yet. So what I want to do is put a brad through each corner of that number 4. So I don't know where my yoga mat is, it's still on the missing list, so bear in mind where the stitching is, I'm just going to poke some holes with my pokey tool. Hopefully there'll be something like right. And then through the bottom as well. Right, let's find the brads. Here they are. That didn't take much finding. They were on the top of the box of brads. Ah. So, what colour? That's the problem with these blooming brads. They're different colours and they're all mixed up. And they have got ridiculously long legs. I'm sure I've got some somewhere that's got shorter legs. I'm sure I have. But where, I don't know. See if I can find some that are the same colour. That isn't the same colour. Yep. That looks like it might be as well. Yep. Just one more then, please. That's silver. That one might be. Yeah, those four are. Let's leave those out. Put the others away. Because they're like something that would get lost everywhere, aren't they? All over the desk. So what I just wanted to show you that you don't have to make a pocket that's just straight, you know, that the top of it's straight or the bottom of it's straight. You could, you know, that could have a step top if we wanted. Right, let's put these in then. Just to make more of a feature of this number. And what I usually do is get my ruler, if I knew where my ruler was. Here. And I generally just press them down and it sort of flattens them out a bit. I'm just going to put a bit of masking tape on the back. We are going to put a back on this as well, but just to protect everything, I'm just going to do that. And burnish that down. There we go. And then put the two down at the bottom. This one's got a leg sticking out. That's it. There we go. Right, so I want these legs not to be outside of the card. So let's do it that way. And push that one over that way. Perfect. Great, that's lovely. And it doesn't matter about these. I don't need to put anything because that's not going to actually be part of the pocket. Pocket itself is going to end sort of here-ish. So that's our topper, if you like, our pocket topper. And I do want just some words to go along there, which is most unlike me, but I don't know why. I just felt like words today. So you get words on these. So that says a little bit of everything. Yeah, I'm happy with that. That hasn't got any on. Neither's that. Neither's that. That says little things, but it is quite little. Experienced workman. I quite like that bit that says telephone. Yeah, let's go with that. Oh, and that says experienced workman as well. No, I'll go with the telephone one. I quite like it. Don't know where. Oh, there. That's where they came from. Let's put them back, shall we? I know you're wondering who it is you're watching. Because it's not like me. Excuse me, I'm going to chop this off with my chopper because if I do it with my scissors, there's no way it's going to be straight. Let's put that in with the rest. It's not going to carry on this tidiness, you understand, but I kind of like it when it is. And I'm going to put that there. And then not forgetting, I've got my 2 little curators snippets that we made. So that can go there. That can go there. Then I've got these. And that can go there. And this one can go down here. Like that. Just break that up a little bit. Yeah. Yeah. I like it. So let's just ink around this little snippety bit. Yeah, back to normal. Fingers all covered in ink. So let's stick this one down first. They're quite thick, they're on quite thick craft, and they didn't need to be on quite such thick craft, but that's what I had out, so that's what I used. So I'm going to put that right up to the edge of there, like so. And that along there. Oi. Yeah, that's good. Now we'll stick this one on. And then we can make, oh, don't do that. Then we can make a backing for the pocket, just to make it easy for things to go in and out. So I just want that to go there. And if it's all too samey for you, change it up. This is merely, as they say, a serving suggestion. There we are. I quite like that though, if I'm honest. Kind of get the feeling a flower would be nice up there. So let's have a quick look through the flower department. I'm probably not going to do this, you understand, but I just want to have a look and see what's available. I'm really thinking I'm not going to do this. See, something like that is quite nice, I think. Too big. A lot of these are very big actually. Oh, I've got that rose. No, it's too big. No, I'm gonna leave it flowerless. And work out where the backing needs to go for this. So let's get a bit of paper. Cream paper will do. Any remnant will do. and I want it to come to there, the bottom of here. So I want to cut it at there and there. Yeah, that's it. And then that just makes it a smooth pocket for things to go into. So let's just glue that on. So I have been watching videos. I wasn't at first, but latterly I have been watching videos. So I've been trying to keep up with what people are doing. But of course people are largely doing Christmas, which is what I'm largely not doing. Of course, since I put my Christmas things away, I've realised that I should have made some Christmas cards and stuff, but I didn't. And I am absolutely not getting it out. I've asked Mr. F if he'll leave it, not put it in the shed quite yet, just in case I come across some more Christmas stuff as I go through the drawers, which is the next sort of series, I guess you could call it, of sorting out my drawers and making something each day, or each video, let's not get too adventurous, with what we find in the drawers. There we are. So that's that. Oh, looks nice, doesn't it? So now I can just glue around that section, the section that we've designated for the pockets. And you can put glue on the bits that are outside as well, just to hold it down. Yeah, I've lost the knack of talking while I'm doing things, and it is a knack, but I don't appear to have it any longer. Right, so let's put this in place, which is about there, I would say. Let's give it a good press down. There we are, that's our pocket. It's quite nice. So the only thing left to do now is the tag. And the question is, what colour do I want the tag to be? And the choices really are white, grey or cream. And I think it's probably more creamy. I don't know about that. I've got some cream here that's got tea dye on it. Does that go? Well, it doesn't not go. And I've got some grey here. No, it's more browny, isn't it? It's got more browny tones in it. I could use craft though, couldn't I? Let's use craft. Now I've got this craft paper here. I could get craft card out, but this is just craft paper. I think I'll use craft card. I wasn't thinking of making the tag out of craft card, but that'll be perfect. So what size do I need? I should have measured this before I stuck it down, shouldn't I? So it comes to there and to there. So it's about 1, 2, it's about 3 inches. 3 inches by, help if I had that the right way really, by, where does it come down to? I have no idea. There. 3 by 5. Let's do that. So let's chop 3 inches off. It's quite a narrow one, isn't it? Let's see if we can get away with 3 1/4 by 5. Can go in the solid coloured remnants box. Right, so I do want to dibby-dabby this, but quite lightly, and I'm thinking that probably means vintage photo on craft. So let's just do that. That's quite nice. I probably don't need any more. Let's just dry that off and see what it looks like. I've buried my dryer under everything. Okay, so that's that nice and dry, and it's light. That's what I wanted it to be. Actually, it's slightly darker on the camera. And now I'm going to just use this Tim Holtz stencil, which I love. It's a sort of tumbling roses. It's THS 077. I really, really do like it. And I'm going to use this one, the darker one, Gathered Twigs. And just put a pattern, part of that pattern on there. I want it quite dark because this is really pretty much the only decoration it's getting. Let's have a look and see if that's dark enough. No, not really. I have got ground espresso someone kindly sent me. Heather Beckett was it, I think? I think so. But we'll carry on with this and see how dark we can get it. I just really want the roses. But I'm not taking care just to get the roses, I'm just doing it. Yeah, I'm going to have a look and see if I can find my new ground espresso. So let's have a go with this. Thank you so much, Heather, for my brand new ground espresso. Just opened it, it's the first time it's been used. Oh yeah, it's an oxide, so it's much more opaque anyway. So we'll see what that turns out like. Yeah, much better. I might just come down here with that stencil. Yeah, that's lovely. That's all it needs to be. Lovely, lovely. Now let's cut the corners off that using this one, which shouldn't, if I've placed it correctly, take off too much of the stencil. Yeah, we're all right. Took off none of it. Right, let's see if this fits in, shall we? Oh, perfectly. That's perfectly perfect. Yeah, okay. And so let's ink around here. And then I'm going to stitch around it. And I've just remembered there's something I've forgotten. But it's not a major calamity, it's something that just needs stuck on. There we go. So I'm just going to nip off, and the back of that's clean and able to be written on, so I'm just going to stitch around it and I'll be straight back. So there we are, I've stitched around it, and I just want to put a eyelet in the top. I couldn't even remember how to set. Oh my goodness me. That doesn't look very central. Oh well. It'll be what it'll be. That's a bit urgent. Okay, so Mr. F got me, if I know where it is, yes, this from a charity shop. It's called Card Makers Earth Tones Ribbons. Card Makers Ribbons in Earth Tones. 12 ribbons, 36 inches long. And it was dead cheap. And I just thought it would be great to make toppers with. So there's that one. And that one. I'm going to use both of those together. I'm going to be totally frivolous because they were really cheap. I should say inexpensive rather than cheap, because they don't strike me as being cheap in any way. So let's see how much I want. About that much, maybe. And just fold it in half. It's kind of not behaving itself, but hopefully it'll work. Tweezers. Here's some tweezers. Let's hold these all together and shove them through that hole. There we go. Right. So they're so misbehaving, honestly. Come on. Come on, don't be naughty. Don't show me up. There we are. We got it. So I'm just going to pull each one individually just to tighten them up a little bit, and then cut the ends off at different sort of lengths. I've been knitting squares. I couldn't concentrate on knitting anything, you know, big or complicated or anything like that. So I've opted to knit squares and to make a blanket out of it, because the blanket that I have on my footstool could do with replacing, really. So that's what I'm going to do. And I've just been selecting from all the free patterns online, and I've got about 100 patterns for squares. So I think I've made so far about 40, 50, something like that. Right, what I forgot to put on the main thing, that's going to go on there, and it doesn't really show up too well, but we'll ink around it and see. Where's my dark ink? This one. Just see how dark we can get the edge. See if we can get it to stand out. I think it will. My dauber is falling apart. But you know, I have plenty more. There we go. So yeah, I think that's all right. But what I had forgotten was my numbers. Now this is on the back of one of these pocket cards, and they don't get a lot of use actually, these little ones. I don't want these two on the end because they've got curved corners. So let's cut those off. I'm going to throw them away. They might come in handy on another occasion. I'm going to put 5 and 1 down there, and then I just want one number, which I might go for 4, seeing as it's there. I know it's the same number as we've used down here, but that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. There we go. So that's going to go up there with that. But I just need to ink around it because it looks very white. Dober, thank you. I'm trying to catch some of that white number and just ink it up a little bit. And I'm just going to fold that where that line is in between them. So I'll come across and do that. And that looks a lot better now with a bit of ink on it. Definitely it does. But I like it. I really like it. That's what was jarring with me. I knew it wasn't sitting right and I couldn't work out why. So let's glue that down. That's better. That is so much better. There we go. And let's stick these on as well. This one, and that I think is our final bit. We made something. We made a video. That's a huge step forward. I don't like that being in line with that. Let's move it across a bit. There we go. There we go. So, it might not be revolutionary, might not be earth-shattering, but it is my first project back. And I like it, and I think it'll look nice in the journal. Where is the journal? Here it is. So, where's our first blank page? My goodness, we've got a lot of stuff in here. There's nothing going on there, it's too nice. Ah, Gingy. I like that one, that's nice. Edith, bit of Edith's crept in. Right, so here's our first blank page. So that's going to go on there like that. Yeah, doesn't that look nice? Yeah, I think it does actually. So we've got 2 for the price of 1 today. We've got the one that a practice piece, if you like. Let's take my messy mat away. How come I've got so much stuff out again? Always. Always. See, look at my lovely, lovely, clean black mat under here. And that just look fabulous. Oh, that bit of sellotape's going to annoy me, isn't it? And there's the blue one beside it. So there we go. They look quite nice. Cut me a bit of slack. They look quite good. Okay guys, so that's that. How long have I been waffling on? Almost an hour. You take care of yourselves, and I will make every attempt to get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks ever so much for all your good wishes and all the lovely things you've sent, which I will show very soon. So take care everyone. Thanks. Bye. Bye bye.